Well, here we are back again. Thank you for tuning in on this edition of Madman with a Show on CuteCast TV. I'm your host, Zane. First of all, off the top, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and supporting this show. It's very important because, we don't get support from YouTube, Google itself. We have to do extra work just to get this video out to everybody, and because you, the viewer, help us by getting this video out, that gets us more viewers, more subscribers. We thank you for that. Thank you very much. It keeps us going every day because we're not going anywhere. No way we're going anywhere because they're trying to push all these corporate channels onto all of you out there, and basically they don't have a message. They don't tell you what really truly is going on out there because there's so much that's going on, but they just hark on the politics of the day, basically, and it's the same day in, day out, every day. So we're going to be starting off today. We've discussed this many times before. The lawsuit with Star Trek Discovery, CBS, and Netflix by Anas Abdin. We know that the case has been dismissed by the judge, but now we are going to be they're basically appealing with the help of the Neurotic Channel, which has opened a GoFundMe page, which has already surpassed the $20,000 threshold and growing every day. In fact, I'll leave it in the link below. It's the GoFundMe is still open. So if you the viewer, want to help support this gentleman, who, the only thing that he's done is to create a video game. He's worked hard on it. He's just lost his father. His mother's also is sick as well. And basically he is trying to just get his due. That's, his creation, pieces of it, has been taken and put into the first season of Star Trek Discovery. I mean, you could see it. It's basically, you can't be blind to it. You say, well, it's harder grades and stuff. No, it's basically, it was taken. And this is not the first. You have some people on there that are known people that have been sued before, that basically they have gone out and taken other properties and put it into their own projects. Kurtzman was known for this. I mean, basically, he already went through something before on a movie called The Island with Ewan McGregor. I mean, you can look this up. Case did go through. It was basically sealed and it was settled out of court, but still, you had elements on there that Kurtzman did take off from on there, and they're not going to admit to this. I mean, this is not the first time, and it's not going to be the last time. And it's about time that the courts, start to stamp down and, get on these companies because, there are a lot of independent creators out there, and there are times that things have been stolen and, they don't have the remedy. They don't have the money. These companies are like, oh, we got the best lawyers. We're not going to pay them nothing. Who cares what they think on there? We're trying to make our show and make our money. But the thing about it is, they didn't create it themselves. This is why, the Star Trek Discovery is a failure. And I'll tell you this, and I don't know how they're continuing this on season 3. Basically, you have the situation, it's not doing well, and, they just have it in their minds. They have it in their minds that just basically, that it is successful. But getting to the main part of this story today is that now that he's appealing this, Anas is getting threats. He's getting threats online on Twitter and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not going to show you what they are because some of them are disgusting. The threats to his mother, threats to him, threats to, there even some death threats on there. And, you yourself, you can go out there, but let me tell you something. If you go out and look for this and you go on Twitter, don't bother these people. Don't, these people are sick. They're basically, they just, in their minds, they think that, they're right in what they're doing. That basically they think the Star Trek Discovery is the greatest thing that's ever been done for Star Trek and all that. And they're not truly the fans of Star Trek, because basically they're just starting to watch this for the first time and don't understand where Star Trek came from, who Gene Roddenberry is. That basically says, oh, we must have diversity in this show. But the show has been diverse for many years. Many different characters. I mean, Gene Roddenberry took chances with certain actors and actresses on this show. And let me tell you something, it was not well liked in the industry, because he took some great chances and he made a fantastic show. And remember, his show got canceled. Star Trek the original series was canceled third season in. They only got X amount of episodes, and basically it was gone. But then years later, you had Star Trek the Motion Picture, and they started all these movies on, and Star Trek The Wrath of Khan, which still to me, one of the best Star Trek movies of all time on there. I mean, I enjoyed the motion picture. I enjoyed Wrath of Khan. The Search for Spock was okay. The fourth, fifth, I don't know where they were going for that. I think from there on, I think that this is where it went into another direction. But Undiscovered Country, I think, was very well done as well. But now when you have what they call the J.J. Abrams Universe and all this, and they just changed everything around, because of the way they are, because of the separation of Paramount and them, and they couldn't use a percentage of it, and they just ruined the series. I mean, it is, they just wondering, why are they angry at us? Why are they? Because you've taken something and you've changed it completely. Because, it's the same thing. And we'll discuss this with the new Star Wars trailer in another episode. But it's the same thing with that. You've taken things and you've changed them. You manipulate them because, you have your agendas and stuff like that. And, you are, the ones that are working on this and the ones that are just saying, oh, this is great, are the ones that just don't understand the series and don't understand where this is from. And they're wondering, why are people so mad? And that, they start to interject that we're, of one political nature, or right, or whatever you want to say, supremacy, one particular color, and it's ridiculous. And this is the same thing too. This gentleman is, I think he's from Egypt, if I recall on there, and he's Middle Eastern. I mean, he's not all this and all that. His political, we don't know what his political, thoughts are. All he knows is that somebody took elements of his show, and you could see this from the clips and stuff like that, and from the pictures and everything that he's done, and basically go, well, they did take it, and they're not admitting to this, and it's just, it's amazing. And then they try to, squirm these things. They said, well, when you have a TV series, you would have something like this. And I said, no, that's not how it works. You can't make a comparison that you have an apple and then you have an orange, and the orange is supposed to be there always. It is, the most ridiculous things that some of these guys put through. And it's all into the money, all into the political game. This is why Hollywood is failing. And to have people on Twitter attack this poor guy, I mean, it is, it just shocked me. And this is the Twitter court. It's straight on down. Vic Mignogna is going through this. Several other people are going through the same situation day in, day out. That basically, if the Twitter court doesn't like it, they must destroy them. They must put them in the ground. They hope that they die. They hope that basically they go to jail. And just don't realize, you can have an opinion. If you don't like the guy, fine. You don't like what he's doing, that's fine. But he has a right. He has a right. You cannot sit there as an armchair general and say, hey, he should not have the right to sue CBS because basically they're doing such a great job of this show. But the thing about it is, you have to remember, like somebody said that it's a lame ass game and stuff like that. Whether it's a lame ass game or not, he created it, and basically, the elements were taken, and you could see it in that season 1. And you look at it and you say, hey, why did they do this? I think it was just pure me, for the way that this was going, and so many problems that it's having now, that it was pure laziness, that somebody was like, oh, we have to fix this. How are we going to fix this? And someone says, oh, I got an idea. They went over, looked online, and found Anas's thing and says, well, let's take this element, and put it into the show. And it's like, well, but what about the guy who created it? It's like, he has no money. He's a nobody. He's not going to sue. They're not going to notice that we've taken this stuff from him. He ain't going to notice on there. But the thing about it is, people out there acknowledged him and says, hey, listen, I've seen your game. I liked your game. But I noticed that some of your elements are in this season's Star Trek. He's not even a Star Trek watcher. He never watched this Star Trek Discovery. And then when he saw it on there, and he's like, Anas is shocked that, yeah, this is my stuff. And the thing about it is, he didn't go out and get a lawyer immediately. He went to CBS and said, listen, there are some things that are in your TV series that I created, and I have the proof of it. Because basically I've already had posted this stuff on Steam and stuff like that. He has the physical proof. And basically they said, nah, you can go right ahead, try sue us and stuff like that, but you ain't going to get anywhere on that. We got better lawyers, and you can't prove that we took elements on there. We created this ourselves. But this is the thought that they have day in and day out. This is why there's been so many failures, so many TV movie failures. All you gotta do is look at this weekend's box office. You had Maleficent and a couple of other movies come out, and they did horribly. Why are these companies continuing to make these movies and TV series? You got Batwoman over there that's doing third weekend, horrible ratings, horrible show. Wokeman or Watchmen, horrible what they did to that Alan Moore book. I mean, it just literally, it's horrible. And this is the thoughts in and out all these companies have. And, and then when you get the small group of people, the small inch of people that just like basically that enjoy it and say, hey, I enjoy this. Hey, why are you taking this stuff on there? You're being racist, and you're not for diversity and stuff like that. But they don't understand. Some of these people have been poisoned in the mind in the schools and been told, they said, this is the way the world should work. But the thing about it is, the world was already changing and molding and being there on there. I see on Twitter every day, it says, oh, you have the, what was it? I forgot which actor it was. He said, oh, the first black man to have his own studio and stuff like that, movie production studio and stuff like that. But there has been others, going all the way back, but they don't tell you this because they don't know it. They don't know the history. They don't know. There was an article on Mary Sue. It says, they talk about that there were no strong women before and stuff like that. Then they go to see aliens. Says, oh, I never saw an alien before. There's a strong woman right there. But there are plenty of movies that have strong women for decades. That were in the forefront. You had many actresses, and they won awards and stuff like that. But yet they don't bring this up. They said we don't have enough women, in strong women in movies and stuff like that. But there has been. You have to look at it. There've been so many movies through the decades. But getting back to this, it's just angers me when you see stuff like this. And, you know, the poor Anas that he has to go through this, but I hope he gets his due justice. The law, and I have to say this, the laws have to change. The copyright laws have to change when it comes to this stuff like this, because it always sides with the corporations, and the corporations always win out against the single guy who basically, you know, hey, I worked so hard on this and now you've taken it away from me. And that discourages, you know, people like that to go continue to do it, because it's like, why should I do any more? You know, because it would probably get taken by somebody and all that. And that you miss out, you know. What if someone stole something from Shakespeare, for example? Maybe we wouldn't get all the Shakespeare plays that we have now, or all the operatics, or all the music. Beethoven, someone stole Beethoven's, one of his things, and he stopped making music and stuff like that. You know, you would think about it and you're like, well, that's wrong. You know, you're taking away something that you don't know what the outcome is going to be. It could be the most fantastic thing around. The game could be a fantastic game. It could lead to, you know, a new thought of how, you know, how to create games and stuff like that. Or it may lead to a new series of games and stuff like that that, you know, everybody would enjoy. And that's what you're taking away. You're taking away things from the people itself, from, you know, from overall everybody, that everybody could enjoy. So comment below. Tell me, how do you feel about this? Are you angry as I am with, you know, what they've done to Anas? You know, and like I said, don't go out and, you know, go to talk to these people and try to discourage them and what they're doing on there, because you're not going to get anywhere with them, because this is their thought. You know, their minds are just basically, you know, corrupted and stuff like that. They're basically that, you know, they're going to be angry. They're going to be angry, you know, at you always. They're not going to be rational with you. So don't go after them, you know. Let everything go through, you know, because some of this stuff, you know, Twitter should be pulling, you know, and that's the other thing. You know, why isn't Twitter not knocking down, or whoever, you know, on some of the sites that are on there, and why are they not knocking down some of these threats? And it's not only Twitter, it's a couple other places, but, you know, these are threats. I mean, some of them are light and stuff like that, and then, you know, that can be getting away with, but there are some direct threats that are just, oh my God, it's just, But like I said, comment, let me know how you feel about this. You know, we are also on many other platforms. We're on BitChute, we're on Minds, we're on Gab. If you don't feel comfortable commenting on YouTube, go there, you know, subscribe to us there, and basically just talk away freely on there, because a couple of those sites that I mentioned are places where you can discuss things rationally. And, you know, sometimes it gets a little crazy on stuff on there, but at least you can go there. But also, do comment here. Show YouTube that, you know, you like this programming, and it's important for them to support this channel and many other channels on there. I mean, there are channels that are just being shut down for no reason whatsoever, that they haven't done nothing on there. You know, one that comes to mind is a guy talking about history. How do you shut down history? That's censorship. You know, you might say, oh, it's their own company, they could do whatever they want. But they've gotten to the point where basically, you know, they've gone, you know, from platform to publisher. And that's basically, there are some major things that you have to be careful of, you know, when you're doing stuff like this, because you're censoring things that, you know, you have a little amount of people that don't like it, and that's wrong. We should all have an equal voice in this place. We should have an all equal voice throughout the internet, and support that every day of the week. So, thank you for tuning in. Until the next video, thank you. This is Mem with the show on CutyCast TV.